Alright, I've got my FlyBear FX9706 SBACH 342 back out here. What fun this is in 6G mode. Alright, so I've got a different 2S 650 milliamp hour LiPo in it. It fits in there nicely. It's a 30C, whereas I think the stock battery is a 20C. Anyway, I wanted to get it back in the air, gain a little altitude. See if we can put it in 3D mode and see if I can hang on to it. See if my programming on 3D mode is correct, since I haven't tested that yet. Alright, so launching. Okay, so I got to back out of the throttle. I launched that at about 70% throttle. I think 60% throttle is probably fine. Alright, so let's get up here. Alright, I think I am in 3D mode. I definitely have more pitch. Definitely have more pitch. Oh, I am in 3D mode. Sweet. Holy cow, did you see that? Big, huge, wide loop, guys. Check that out. That is awesome. Now, if I just don't lose orientation on it. The controls aren't nearly as twitchy as I thought that they would be. I'm just using rudder, a little bit of aileron. Let's see if we can do a split S maneuver with it. Oh, piece of cake. I think that we have another fantastic flying sub 250 gram aerobatic plane on our hands. Check that out. That is nice. Now, I've never flown this in 3D mode before. I'm still getting used to the controls. So that's why I'm keeping a little altitude on it. Check that out. That is pretty darn nice. Okay, so let's come back through here and see what kind of a vertical we can get with it. I want to get away from the sun over here. Alright, so let's get some speed. How is that? That thing will hover. It was still pulling vertical ever so slowly, but it was still pulling vertical. This thing has got a nice amount of power on it. That is cool. Check that out. I'm pretty impressed with this little plane. I'll have to see. My guess is it's probably right at 200 grams all up weight. It's at 198 grams all up weight with the stock LiPo in it. But it's a 20C, and this one is a 30C, so I assume it's probably a couple grams heavier. But 200 gram, 550 millimeter wingspan, brushless plane, tons of power. Very aerobatic. It's awesome. It is awesome. And look at that. That is absolutely effortless. This is going to be one fun little plane. Now let's see. Let's bring it back through here. I want to see if I could do a hammerhead with it. I'll do another circuit here and get away from the sun and see what kind of a hammerhead it will do. But that is a pretty darn cool little plane. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, check that out. Hammerhead, not a problem. loops, split S maneuvers. I'm not confident with it enough yet to do a Immelman, but that is sweet. So they did a good job on the 3D mode on this plane. I wasn't sure if I had it programmed properly or not, but it seems to be doing awesome in 3D mode. So this is another one of those planes, brushless, sub 250 gram planes, has plenty of power on 2S, very aerobatic, and 3D mode is awesome. I'm very, very happy about that. I wasn't sure how that was going to work out with this plane, but yeah, that is sweet. Look at that. Effortless, guys. I'm gonna have so much fun with this with this plane. Look at that climb out. Oh, that is too cool. Look at that. Oh man, that is awesome. That is an awesome little plane. This is the first 4-channel brushless FlyBear plane that I've flown, and they did a great job. Okay, we're going to put it back into 6G mode. I've been lucky I haven't had any company out here yet, but man, that is so much fun, guys. This is a nice little plane for the money, I am telling you. All right, let's do another circuit. We'll do another circuit. Make sure I don't have anybody come in here. I'm going to come in from the opposite direction. Come in from that direction. Yeah, I'm going to have to make another circuit here. Bring it down a little bit. All right, now whoop. Now let's see if we can get it down. I didn't do so good on that one. I probably should have brought it in on 3D mode. You get a little bit of a breeze, it doesn't want to come down, but man, is that cool. Is that cool little plane, or is that a cool little plane, guys? That has got nice amount of power, very aerobatic, pretty darn stable, you know, for 3D mode. I didn't have any problems at all. I was really surprised. I was anticipating some problems with it, but no, it was flying flawlessly in 3D mode. I had an absolute blast with it. I've done everything with it so far, I think, that I normally perform with aerobatics, except for an Immelman. So I'll have to test out an Immelman next time I have it out. I don't think it's going to have any problems. It's got a nice roll rate. It did a nice hammerhead. Loops, split S maneuvers are absolutely effortless with this plane. Yeah, I definitely recommend this plane. I mean, that's absolutely awesome. All you need is external receiver to put in it with the bind and fly. I don't know, I think it saves you about $5 or $10 with the bind and fly rather than the ready to fly if you've got a multi-protocol transmitter. Tons of fun, absolutely tons of fun. Another sub 250 gram brushless aircraft that flies awesome in 6G and 3D mode. Sub 250 gram. Actually, this one's right at 200 grams. It's pretty lightweight for the size of the plane. Landing gear seems to be pretty good. I don't have any problems with that. I don't see any problems with anything so far. So anyway, stay tuned. I will be putting this in the air again soon. As soon as I have the weather. We got weather rolling in. We're supposed to get some snow. So as soon as I can make it back out, I'm going to bring this plane back out with me again. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the air.